Hello YouTubes, so another video is about the Turbo Bandit project. This is the project I start something like 3 months ago, and the goal is to have a cheapest project possible and made it completely functional. So the video of today, it's the cost of the project. I'm gonna show you the price of all the price of every part, and you're gonna have an idea at the same time of what parts you need for this kind of project. Just want to remember you, this is a budget project, so I try to buy the cheapest part I can find. Most are on eBay. So let's start this. So first one was the fuel pump AFCO. It's $65. Every price on this list was in the Canadian dollar, so you have 75 cents American for each dollar Canadian, so it's a 3/4 to 1 ratio. So the facet pump, that was a scavenge pump for pumping the oil back in the engine after pass to the turbo. $16 for the rubber coupler, 2" and 1/4. This kind of guy is for linking the carb to the plenum. On this plenum I keep the velocity stack from the stock airbox, but I have to put this bike stock back because it was my daily drive and I want to do a big road trip this summer with this bike, so I need my velocity stack on my stock airbox. So $16 for that. Malpassi fuel reg, $95. Coupler 90 degrees, 2". That was this guy. This was for linking the plenum with the charge pipe, and the next setup, the charge pipe gonna be a little bit different, and we're gonna have a straight pipe here with simply one coupler and not a 2 and 3 coupler setup. So it's $8 for this guy, Canadian dollar, pretty cheap on eBay. Flange for the wastegate, there was this flange. I buy a whole downpipe all crack, and so I cut it and weld it back with the downpipe I built. So the flange cost me $10. The downpipe $12, so it's basically just a muffler pipe I cut and weld to do a downpipe, and the stock muffler gonna fit exactly on the back of the downpipe. Aluminum wire for the welders, so $20. Elbows and T in cast iron and water pipe, $19. That was these elbow and these T's and this piece of water pipe, $19 for all the manifold. Next, aluminum pipe for the charge pipe of the intercooler, not intercooler but the charge pipe to the plenum, so this one. This particular setup has cast force part. That was my first try, so I already have this pipe, so I try with this, but all the charge pipe gonna be on aluminum and not to aluminum as the steel mix. That was a little bit weird. Next, pitot tube for put it on the charge pipe and pressuring your carbs. 8 millimeter. I don't know how to call this in English, but I think it's a little some clamps or fuel line clamps or something like this. I have a price for this, but a few dollars each. Turbo line feed, $16. It was a turbo line I find on eBay once again, and I think it's gonna fit pretty well. It's 24 inches, and I have to buy 2 adapters, one for the turbos and one for the the oil feed gallery. I have to put a leather fitting. So $16 for the line, the turbo line feed, and $10 for the adapter to the turbo to the oil line, and another aluminum oil adapter for this side, and another Pro Boost tank adapter for returning the fuel to the fuel tank, of course. So that's it for the cost of the project. Gonna calculate this and give you the total in a few moments. Of course, you have to think about the price of the turbos. Of course, I already have this turbo from the last car project I had. I put 16G turbos from Mitsubishi Evolution 3 on my whole Plymouth Laser, and that was the stock turbos. So of course, if you have to buy a brand new turbo, it's gonna cost you something like easily $1,000. But a used unit like this one, $1,100 to $200 or $300, not more than that. So you have to calculate that. And all the aluminum plate, my dad give me this, so I don't pay for that. But you have to consider you have to buy this too. So it was basically the cost of the project. Like I said, I can just calculate this for you and show you what is the total cost of this. But I think it's something like $400. So in American dollar, it's something like $300. So pretty not expensive, but we'll see if that works or if that blow up. So peace, yo.